Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial that I am going to do on how to calculate the distance of the frets in a requinto. Many have wondered how this calculation is done. Well, it is very simple. The formula that is applied for this is this 2 in the root of 12. Then in that proportion the sizes of the frets are going to change. For example, from the fret from the bridge from the head bone to fret 1, and they realize it is decreasing, but it has to do with the proportion that is here. Another of the curiosities that the instrument has is that the distance from the bone to the 12th fret is the same distance that there is the 12th fret to the bone of the bridge, which means that the 12th fret is exactly half of the distances that the frets have. And well, how are we going to calculate this? Well, we are going to use Excel, which is the fastest way to do it, and I am going to show you how to do it well. Let's start now. We are going to calculate the distances in an Excel sheet. I already showed you that the distance formula is this, which is 2 at its root 12, and to calculate it we are going to do it manually because Excel does not calculate it. We are going to enter the formula equal to 2 raised. This little figure is to raise it to a power of 1 between 12. This is another mathematical way of how to express this. This same formula, we press enter and it already gives us the result. The proportion that it keeps between note and note and has been a sustained, whereas 1.59463 of a 2 sharp to AD is the same proportion. This is used to calculate the hertz, the base of our music that we currently use as 440 hertz. Later I am going to make a video of how to calculate all the notes and frequencies and thus be able to assemble everything that these are the sounds of a piano based on their frequency. But right now what we are interested in is using this same proportion to calculate distances. Well, the first thing we are going to do is the total distance. The total distance of Bethan requinto is as I showed you in the photograph. Above is where the head bone begins to the bone where the bridge is. That is what they call a professional shot. This is the average distance that some have may vary. If you have other distances, please leave it to me the comments and we can recalculate the distances so that you can review your requirements. Well, we are going to start to calculate the first fret. The first fret we are going to enter the formula equal to the total distance between the ratio, and that will give us the distance of what it is from the bridge up to what would be the first fret. To calculate the next one, since it is the previous distance between the ratio and thus each one of the distances is given to us. It is this distance between the ratio 4th fret, this distance between the 5th fret ratio proportion. Here we can use an Excel trick. We are going to set a cell. Those who already know Excel well know that these tricks are great. Here I've already filled in all the frets, and one of the things that I mentioned in the previous image, which is that the 12th fret is exactly half. Here we can already verify that at the 12th fret the distance is 27, exactly half of 54, and this has to do with this proportion. There are some very old distributions, for example the one that are the frequencies of Pythagoras, and of many who calculated distances do so by proportions of 2/3, 3/8 and fractions, but currently music is not divided, so this is the general formula and it is the one that will give us the distances. And well, and here we have already calculated all the distances, but now I would be interested in knowing how long each fret is. So what I am going to do is just a simple subtraction. I am going to subtract from 54 and I am going to subtract what it is as fret 1, and it says that the first fret measures 3.3 and so on. We can fill in the following formulas in fret 1, and the distance of fret 2 will give me that distance for 3. The same is done the distance of 2 minus 3, and it gives us the distance. And well, and we can fill all those columns with the data automatically that Excel or calculate everything. And here we can already see in centimeters and its millimeters how much each fret measures. The first fret with a total distance of 54 should measure 3.3, the second 286, the third fret 270, fourth fret 255, fifth fret 241, sixth fret 227, 7th fret 214, 8th fret 202, 9th fret 191, 10th fret 180, 11th fret 170, and the 12th fret 161. And as you will notice, it starts with a larger number and it decreases, and it is the 23rd fret, what is 0.85. Well, that is a very easy way to calculate it. I am going to leave you an image of a tuning fork that is only for printing. In case you can print it, it can be a plotter or something similar. Well, here the advantage of Excel is that as it already has entered formulas and we know the total distance of our instrument automatically, Excel calculates the distances for us. For example, if it were a requinto that measures 53, it automatically gives us all the distances, and they realize that at the 12th fret they are no longer exact. Well, it is 26.5. Yes, it was a distance of 52. The 12th fret would be 26. Since the guitars are larger, they could also be calculated later. We will see the distances of the guitars of the different most famous guitars that exist. I have the distances of several and we can review them, and I will leave this PDF for you can print this. You have to take it to a printing place where they print large formats, because if you print it directly, I think it's 4-letter size sheets so that it can be joined together so that it stays the exact size of this file. I already did it to the exact measurements, like this with all of them. All the thousands, so that it is more exact, and I hope it works for you. I leave it in the description of the video because I await your comments to see what you think. Of any doubt, comment or suggestion of this video, and see you in our next video.